So I'm gonna just do that. Yeah, it makes no sense at all. Like I understand like he's good, but when y'all start throwing comparison, make sure that it is on point with your comparison. Like we've seen flashes. Now it seems like it happening more often, but it's like y'all are really prisoners of the moment, bro. Like stop throwing people in there.
So the conference finals that we can talk. He's not beating Golden State.
He ain't even did nothing yet.
He's not beating the Suns. I don't think he's beating the Mavericks. He's not doing that.
They ain't even like, oh my God. They look, but they be trying to. I think they do that because they want to be the first to say it. So if he blows,
it's stupid.
Derrick Rose
struck fear into the big three. The big three was afraid to play Derrick Rose. Yeah.
Derrick Rose
ain't nobody afraid to play John Morant over there in the West. No, not one of them teams over there.
He had right now, they're like you said, prison of the moment. They're a great.
It's a prison of the moment, bro.
They're a very entertaining team. It's very entertaining, like from the alleys to the
Did you see that last game? The man had a logo 3. He had a buzzer beater with like 0.4 seconds, and he caught a body. Like it was like, what is this?
And that's exciting to y'all. Y'all ain't watched the Clippers, huh? When Blake Griffin and Chris Paul were playing together.
No. I saw that. Every time the Clippers was on, I turned my TV on, bro. Like those was games that I played with them on 2K just because I liked it. Like the fast break offense, the oops, every other play, like it was ridiculous.
He ain't doing nothing special.
He don't like John Morant, bro. This is the thing, though. I'm on your side, though. I'm on your side, bro. I know how good he is. Right now, listen, my favorite player, you know who my favorite player is.
I was about to say the tweet.
He tweeted and passed the torch to him, and I can't help but ride with my favorite player. So John Morant, I gotta get a John Morant jersey. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Your favorite player is overrated, and we already know that.
Oh my God.
We're gonna stop that.
So of course he's going to be.
I am TJ the artist. This is me and this is Cash. What up, y'all? It's another episode of Flight Team Sports. Listen, bro, I'm not even. I don't want to go into like a.
I feel like
I don't like that, bro.
I feel like me and say white chocolate is better than AI.
Jason Williams? Nah, he ain't going that far.
No, I'm listen, I'm not disrespectful.
He not going that far.
I'm not disrespectful, okay?
I think he says that because when it comes to shooting guards, some people have AI over like Dwayne Wade and stuff like that, and Binya don't. Binya is a Dwayne Wade.
That's not
it. Saying like that's not.
That's not it.
So that's not the reason.
That's not it. No, your reason is right, but
okay.
It's not it. You don't put him above Dwayne Wade.
Right, you do. So I was right. So that's why he throws those, and that's my favorite player.
That's
so every
not
time
why.
Allen Iverson,
it's just the honest truth.
So every time I say Allen Iverson, he has to say it. It's like he has to remind me that hey, that guy's
Roop
over.
Only like Allen Iverson because Allen Iverson was short and Roop is short.
No, that's not why.
He was short.
Listen.
And he owned the short man syndrome, the little man syndrome. So he
then I would like Spud Webb and Nate Robinson.
Did what he did in the league, and I could have did that too because I'm a little man too.
No, that's not it.
He used to be like, all damn day. That's what Roop used to do all the time with that little man syndrome.
This is not the reason.
And all I'm saying is that little man syndrome ain't what it is.
I never knew the origin of all damn day. I can't.
Oh, you never knew why I called myself this? Okay, so listen. When we played basketball, every time I shot it, I would say all damn day, and I'll make that bitch.
Okay.
So I was just saying and just continue saying, and then when I made my profile, I was like, "What do I want my name to be?" Because I didn't want to put TJ. I didn't want to put Roop. So I was just like, "Oh, it's all damn day." So and it worked. That's where that come from. But no, this is the reason. The reason why I like Allen Iverson is because he did things his way. And if you know me, y'all know me. We done danced together and everything. I did everything my way. I just put my stamp on a lot of things, just like he put his stamp on a lot of things. So that's why I like Allen Iverson. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did put a stamp on a lot of things. Like he stood in front of me on that ride. Stood in front of me.
Live it down. He won't let me live it down, bro. I killed it though.
And blocked me. He blocked me. Mind you, I'm 6'2". Rupert's 4'9". Rupert's 4'9" and I'm 6'2".
I'm not 4'9". Don't lie to these people out here.
I'm sorry.
Listen, he's I did 14. A lot of things my way. Remember, I put myself in a routine. Like I did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and that's what you got suspended for. Putting yourself in a routine.
I did a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But if you just know my personality. My personality is how he did things. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I gotta give it to AI. He wasn't worried about the media. He wasn't worried about none of that stuff. All. He was gonna be a nigga at the end of the day.
He gonna do his thing, bro. Like, and that's why.
And he was the first one to do it. He was the first one. He did not conform himself to fit into anybody else. I give him that. That's why Dwayne Wade.
That's my favorite. That's why he's my favorite player. He didn't conform.
He's not a 3-time champion.
Every time you saw
Allen Iverson, even a 1-time champion. He ain't even got one. I just want y'all to know AI ain't even got one. You know why?
Listen, man.
Trash.
Oh my God, the man went up against Kobe and Shaq, bro. Wait, what you said, Cash?
He went through a very tough finals. I mean, who was gonna stop?
That boy is trash.
Who was gonna stop that?
I'm talking about trash.
Listen, man, we finna move on, bro. You're not finna do this. Yeah, you're not about to do this to my team right now, man.
We could have won.
That boy is.
Wait, I can't hear Cash.
You know that boy. We're talking about AI. That boy is trash. You know that.
Man, get off my man. Shut up. All right, moving
that
on.
Boy is trash.
Get into the first topic. Okay. Cash.
What's up?
Cash's take. He said that LeBron James may be, what did you say about Bronny?
Over marketing.
He feels like LeBron James is over marketing Bronny when it's time for Bronny to come to the league. How do you feel about that?
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you can't really over market anybody who's under you when you're LeBron James. You get what I'm saying? So like
explain it a little bit or example.
It's like at the end of the day, everybody is gonna want Bronny to be better than LeBron James. Right. So you have to market Bronny as being better than what LeBron James was. Bronny right now is not better than what LeBron James was at his age, besides shooting. He has a better shot. Mm-hmm. He shoots better than what LeBron James did at his age. But as far as an explosive player, as far as an that wow factor, like we know he's going to be in the league. Mm-hmm. We don't know that about Bronny right now. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, LeBron isn't going to. I feel like LeBron isn't the type of person, a type of parent. He's not going to hype his son up more than what he feels that his son is. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to go out there and talk big about his son without knowing that his son can live up to those capabilities. He might not be it right now, but how he feels about Bronny James, he feels like Bronny James can surpass what he's done in the league. That's the only thing.
And I agree with you. And what I'm going as far as like, I don't think LeBron is going to like LeVar Ball Bronny. I don't think.
No. LeVar is a whole nother. Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna do that. I'm putting as far as like he already said at All-Star with every media is at All-Star. He said it at the perfect time. The where the lights is bigger and everybody paying attention to the All-Star. And he said, whoever picks Bronny is going to have me. Uno out. And what I'm thinking is like teams, it's just going to just that's what it is. Like if we get Bronny, we're gonna have Bron. Now, like Root did say this, which I agree for. It's not gonna be a championship type. I'm not thinking that we get Bron, we get LeBron, and that equals to a championship right then and the first. I don't think they're thinking that. I just know they're thinking the money that's coming into the city, the revenue, the stuff like that, and that's a lot. That's a lot to bring on for a little boy. Yes, you be in the spotlight when you was young because you see your father just then third, but it's like now I'm on the court and everything, and I have to step up because once my father leave next year, it's like I still got to be here. So it's like it give that real fast lane rush to a kid to say like wow. Go ahead.
I think Bronny comes to the league, and I think Bron plays at least 3 years in the league with Bronny on his team.
Oh, with him?
Molding him and building him what he needs to be before Bron retires. I'm talking about on the same team, which is why Bron is saying, hey, if you choose my son, you're getting me. You're not getting me as, LeBron James is the player who's this, possibly the best player to touch a basketball, or people, always going to have Jordan, the second best player to touch a basketball, but you're not getting that, but you're getting this person who's going to put everything as far as coaching, as far as leadership, as far as knowledge into the game. That's what you're getting. I'm not just coming here for my son. I'm coming here for your entire organization. Right. So I'm going to teach my son, but as I'm teaching my son, I'm teaching this entire organization how to be winners. So when I leave in 3 years, you guys are on the verge. If y'all haven't already won a championship with me, because I don't see Bron slowing down to the point where he can't win a championship playing the game at 40 years old. That's just me. Right. I don't see Bron being 40 years old and not still being able to win the championship. It's just like, if we haven't won it at that point in time and I decide to retire, y'all are still on the path to where y'all can still win that championship within those next few years. That's what he's talking about. That's what he's saying. And honestly, it's like, that's why I say, I don't believe Bron would be like that if he didn't believe in his son how he believes in his son. Like the same thing with D-Wade. D-Wade knows his son has a lot of work to do in order to be an NBA player. You don't hear Wade big talking his son. He talks about his son in the way that his son is. Like, he's good. He's going to be there and he always says, if he puts in the work that he needs to put in, he's going to be there. Bron knows that Bronny is going to be that player because Bron knows that he's going to push Bronny to be that player. Right. Bronny has no choice but to be that player. You stepped into this, you're going to do this. That's what you have no choice now. Now, when I wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go shoot the basketball 500 times, you have no choice but to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go shoot this basketball 500 times. When I want you to dribble 2 balls at one time for the next 45 minutes, same spot, you have no choice but to do this because this is what you said you wanted. This is what I'm going to push you at because this is what I'm portraying to everybody else. So he's saying like, hey, if you get me, that's what you're getting. You're not going to get the supreme LeBron James who,
you're not getting that.
Can play 40 minutes you're not getting that,
I wish they would stop criticizing him like that too.
25, 30-minute Bron. I'm going to come in, I'm going to do what I need to do, but I'm going to build everybody and Bron has always been able to build everybody who's around him, who's playing with him.
Right. I agree with that. I see it like with that, the whole like Bron and Bronny thing. I feel like Bronny has been I told Cash this earlier. When we came into this world, when we started paying attention to basketball, Jordan was already in the finals a lot. We saw Kobe when he got to the Lakers. We saw LeBron in high school up until now. Bronny is literally the first person we've seen in the spotlight from baby to what he is now. We've seen the whole process. He didn't know how to dunk.
Yeah.
We didn't see how, we didn't see nothing else. So when they talk about pressures and all that other stuff, he's literally seen it already.
I get what you're saying. I mean, I saw Tim Hardaway because I watched Tim Hardaway from beginning to end. But I get what you said
okay.
as an
overall, yeah. We've seen it from this far. So they're gonna I think people are gonna try to put that pressure on Bronny and always have the
that's what it's going to be.
It's going to be like that, but I think that he's already going to be used to it before he even get in the league, because I'm pretty sure he hear it right now. He's going to hear it right now. So as far as him over marketing him, I don't think he over marketed him. I think he just was like, hey, wherever he go, I'm going, and you can take that how it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Simple.
It's very simple.
And people are offended by it because it's just like that's going to force teams to pick your. Listen, if Bronny ain't good enough,
if you don't want him, you don't have to get him.
Don't pick him. It's just
you don't want him.
If you don't think Bronny good enough, don't pick him, because at that point in time, you honestly shouldn't feel like LeBron James is good enough to take you to anywhere. Like that too. At that point in time,
if you banking on LeBron James taking you somewhere at 40, like, bro, come on, get out of here. I don't like the way the Lakers are right now. We can kind of transition over to the Lakers. What the Lakers are right now, they're still criticizing LeBron as if he's 27, and it's like, no, man, the man 37, like he can't do it by himself. Like he's doing what he can. Problem. He can't carry.
Here's the problem with me with that is like you're criticizing him, but he's still putting up numbers as if he's 27. It's not him. It's not him.
It's not. I think what it is though, it feels like the NBA has changed so much that certain things that he does in the course of a game, it don't hit like it used to. LeBron James can get a fast break and windmill, and it won't matter because
you're used to it.
I think hey, that's a good point. He get it, he windmill it, and you'll be like, oh my God. They just hit 6 threes though. Like, like they don't even call timeout no more. Like they just let it play, and it is what it is. Like he doesn't.
You're used to seeing him do that. It's not going to get you on any type. Even the same thing with Steph Curry. Like that, what he just hit in the All-Star game, 16 threes.
16 threes. It was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Like, that's ridiculous for an All-Star game. That's not ridiculous for Steph Curry. It's not ridiculous
because he does. That's what he does.
Because that's what he does. Right. Like for an All-Star game, for somebody to go out there and hit 16 threes, amazing. That's great. If Steph Curry was to do that in a regular game, it's a regular thing. Why? Because Klay done did that.
Right.
Dame done dang near did that.
Yeah.
It's not something that people haven't seen before. They just didn't see it in an All-Star game where people are, not playing for real.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but it's like when LeBron James plays in these games, it feels like sometimes it feels like the team don't come with him. It's like he just, you see LeBron when he plays, but you don't really see everybody else when they're playing. And then the other team just, like you said, they don't seen it all before. They know LeBron gonna do that, but the rest of the team ain't finna do nothing. So they finna just go in here and kill it.
I believe, Cash. I believe, like you say, it's not like we need like the surface of the Lakers. People need to stop blaming LeBron like it's his problem. Like if they don't win and LeBron scores 40 points, it's still LeBron's fault and everything. And they
always be LeBron's fault.
They need to stop that because of the certain turnovers of different teammates and all that. I believe, but there is a certain factor where I believe people are also upset. It's because they believe that you lost, and we blame LeBron because you had your input and your intake on creating this team.
Mm-hmm.
This is not coming from me myself, but I can see the factor of, okay, you rearrange his team to have these certain players and these certain roster and stuff, and now we're like, okay, certain people are not looking at LeBron as a player, but more as a player coach. So when you go out there, we like you said, we expect LeBron getting 40. That's freaking normal, even at a certain age. Like, wow, even though he's 37, it's like you scoring 40. It's like he lists LeBron, but when we have like Westbrook having 10 turnovers and AD getting hurt within the 18 seconds of the first quarter, and DeAndre Jordan ain't really getting rebounds like he was, and Dwight Howard ain't really being a big man like he used to be, and Carmelo's getting probably like 12 points, but off of 4 for 19 attempts and stuff. It's like, well, LeBron, this is the team you assembled, so of course we're going to blame you because you're not only you're LeBron, but you're the player's coach and stuff. Is that people can make that surface of that? Why is that fault? And it's really, and then at the same time, it is Los Angeles Lakers. You know what I'm saying? We gotta I always go back to always the blueprint of certain things. It's like, this is a team that always got the spotlight, regardless of everything. Even with out LeBron, it's the history factor of LA and stuff like that. And like you say with LeBron, when it comes to LeBron, it over stature the spotlight and stuff. So with everything he do, he can cough. Oh snap! LeBron cough. Los Angeles Lakers are on. They gonna be number eight seed now. Like that. So it comes with it. All that comes in the package of blaming him due to his name and due to being the player's coach.
Okay, I'll look at it like this: if LeBron James was really handpicking that team, Kawhi Leonard would be on the Lakers right now. Plain and simple, because that's who he wanted to play. Right. He never wanted Rondo to leave.
No, he didn't.
No, he did.
He never wanted Rondo to leave that team.
Right.
I don't even think he wanted Dwight to leave that team in the beginning.
He didn't. He didn't want Caruso. I was about to say he didn't want Caruso to leave either.
Yeah. So if people keep talking about this LeBron being the player coach type stuff, if LeBron was really the person pulling the strings and all this type of stuff, Kawhi would be on that team. Rondo would still be on that team. Caruso would still be on that team. I don't think Dwight would have left that team.
Right.
I don't think Danny Green would have left that team.
He wanted Danny Green to stay?
I don't think he had any problems with Danny Green because he had. I think Danny Green was the person, even though he wasn't making the shots how he was making them with the Spurs and that type of stuff, he was still somebody who could spread the ball around, which opened it up for AD, which is what Bron wanted in the first place. Bron never cared about the ball being in his hand, because when he joined, his whole entire aspect was, when I leave this team, I'm leaving it to AD.
Right.
That is true.
And he said that.
That is true.
He said, when I leave this team, I'm leaving this team to Anthony Davis. This is going to be Anthony Davis' team. And now we're at a point where we don't even know if Anthony Davis is going to be a Laker.
Right. That's right. Yeah, my thing is, I think the Russell Westbrook move was to get the ball out of LeBron's hands, but was that LeBron's? No.
Choice?
I don't know if it was his choice. The sources and all that. The sources. The sources, because it was between him and Buddy Hield, and I remember Buddy Hield was like, I saw the trade rumor, Buddy Hield will be a Laker, and then like a couple hours later, nope, Russell Westbrook. So I don't know what that was. I don't know if LeBron put some input on that.
That's
or something like that.
Do you know, Cashew?
You know if LeBron made that decision? Well, not made the decision, but put his input on getting Russell Westbrook to the Lakers?
I mean, it was like more of like, it wasn't even just him by himself. It was more like him and AD making that.
Okay, so it was a joint. Joint decision. So that move right there, I think, was to get the ball out of LeBron's hands.
Yeah.
They didn't know that that Russell Westbrook was about to have this crazy turnover problem. You can't even play him in the fourth. Then on top of the AD, I mean, we know, but they thought that for some reason it was going to change. Then they didn't know that AD was going to be very, very injury prone. So now LeBron has to take on both of those roles again, but it just it ain't work.
Goal was getting Westbrook, like you say, is basically getting LeBron to have actual real professional load management. LeBron supposed to play over 20 to 27 minutes. That's Westbrook's purpose. He really is supposed to be Westbrook on the floor for 30 plus minutes and stuff, while LeBron is out there, doing what he got to do. And we already know that Westbrook also ties the timing ball handling with James Harden and stuff. So it's like, okay, we already know you're gonna handle the ball most of the time. LeBron supposed to be doing all. Yeah, Westbrook got have the most tied up with James Harden, the most efficient, having the ball in his hand.
Not efficient, but what's the word that they say? Possession of the ball. He has he's top 2 in possession of the ball. Not this year, but previously.
But previously of getting
it was James Harden and then Russ, and then I think LeBron was they was top 3 or something like that.
The purpose of getting Westbrook literally was to take time off of LeBron. That was just the goal. Now, like you said, like TJ said, this whole we knew about his turnovers, but it just really became drastic.
Became drastic because when you play with LeBron James, everything becomes lit on fire.
Exactly.
Because he was doing the same thing. He was doing the same thing with the Thunder, doing the same thing with Houston, doing the same thing with the Wizards as well.
Right.
So and nobody really looked at it over there, but when he came over here, now it's like a new thing to y'all, but it ain't new. He been doing that. You know what I'm saying? I thought that he would calm down a bit when he got with them. I thought the OGs was gonna talk to him like, yo, you gotta calm down, but I guess it didn't work. And this is what we have right now. But you know what I'm saying?
Even that we hear over and over. I hear in the media over and over with LeBron or Westbrook saying, I know I'm doing bad. I'm gonna try harder. I know I'm doing I saw that article. I saw that same typical statement of post interviews probably 4 times of him saying.
I think I don't when he gets into his post game interviews, you kind of gotta put a deaf ear on it, because if he say he finna play harder, you don't want him to play harder. You don't want him to play harder. It's funny. There was a meme. There was Russell Westbrook played bad when he started talking about his family. When he started talking about his kids, he had a bad game when he's bring his kids up.
Right.
And it was kind of funny to me, but it just it is what it is. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. Oh, I can cut this part out. You don't got no charger, bro?
I think I left my charger at work and stuff. I thought I had it, but I'm on 5%. So I mean,
oh shit.
We can.
All right, so we're gonna go. This man got dang computer about to die. I just cut this little part out. Moving on we're gonna talk about a dunk contest. We already got some good footage of talking about the Lakers and everything. You said what?
I didn't watch that.
Listen, get the Obi Toppin won, and he did some dunks that nobody did in a dunk contest before. He just didn't dunk them with that veracity to make it look better than it was. The dunk contest kind of fell short, but my take is okay, I went back and watched those other dunk contests, and I think Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon having that dunk off kind of messed it up for everybody else having a dunk contest after that.
Yes.
What about Derek?
No. Yes and no.
What about Derek?
I blame Big
Derek Jones.
Derek Jones, yeah.
Well, that might be a reason why nobody want to do it, because Dwayne Wade rigged it.
Right, rigged. That's what I'm about to say. Your favorite player mess up the dunk contest.
He rigged it.
Rigged.
He rigged it, and everybody knows it.
Everybody else wanted them boys to continue to dunk for a ridiculous amount of time.
No.
Aaron Gordon. Okay, I'm not.
Listen.
We don't have to argue about
Derek Jones' face when he won, showed you that he know that he shouldn't have won.
Aaron Gordon put his balls on the neck of what's his name? Taco Fall. His balls was on his neck. Which means you had a whole head to jump over. If he would have jumped over the head, I understand. His whole balls was on this man's neck. Not the back of his head. The balls was on the neck.
He's 7'6"
on the neck.
All right, cut his head off. How tall is he now?
7'2", 7'1".
And he didn't use his shoulder to get over him.
But guess what? What should you have done? No, Root. What should you have done, Root?
Did what he did. He did what he did.
No, you should have jumped over somebody who was 7'1".
Oh my God. Listen, he rigged it. Everybody knows he rigged it. There's a screenshot of all the judges looking at Dwayne Wade and Dwayne Wade doing one of these, trying not to get looked at, taking his headset off and running away because he know he rigged it. Derek Jones.
Tell me how it's rigged. No, tell me how it's rigged when all of the judges have already decided, hey, on this next dunk, we're gonna all give them 50s so they can go again. Where's the rigging at then? Because
did they say that?
Yes, that's what it was. They were supposed to continue to give 50s. I didn't hear any of that. No, they were supposed to continue to give 50s to them to let them continue. But at what point in time do you cut it off? What if Aaron Gordon would have missed that dunk?
Then he loses.
He put his balls on the man. He sat on the man's neck.
You're missing another detail as well. If you want to go and get technical and say they talked about it, giving them all 50s. How about giving Derek Jones a lesser score for doing the same dunk 4 times?
That is true.
Go look at those dunk. Go look at those highlights again. He did the under the leg 4 times or 3 times or whatever.
And I feel like the under the leg dunk.
He did it and he kept doing that same dunk the whole dunk contest.
Here's the differences. He did it from different areas of the court.
It's still under the leg dunk though. It's like
what you're saying. No, man. I'm not disagreeing. But he did it from different areas of the court, which is a little bit of a difference. Listen, I'm not going to take anything away from Aaron Gordon. My whole point about that aspect is you can't portray like you finna jump over somebody who's 7'4", 7'6", or something like that. 7'6", and you don't do it. That's what it is. If that's the case, Aaron Gordon should have went out there and did one of the dunks that he did early, because at least you completed that dunk. But don't go out there and do a dunk that you are portraying that you can do, and then you don't complete it. That's my whole thing. Not saying that boy jumped high. The boy jumped real high. But what he was trying to portray was him jumping over Taco Fall. And you did not. Taco Fall's head literally did this. It went down when he went to dunk the ball.
I just feel like the dunk contest is not being creative as it used to be. So many.
What else you want them boys to do?
I mean, but it got to the point where we might as well get some strangers out there in the streets that we see on TikTok.
And that's the thing. You get the strangers from out there in the street because you know why them niggas don't care. Them niggas can go out there and tear ACL doing the dunk.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when these players get into the league, they have to have that want to, you know what I'm saying? Because this year, if you be honest, let's be honest, the people that should have been in the dunk contest should have been Anthony Edwards, Ja Morant, Obi Toppin could have been in it, and Miles Bridges. Those should have been the dunkers for this year. They should have been the dunkers this year, but they didn't do it. I'm not sure why they didn't do it. Maybe they're thinking about injuries, like Benya said, but it is what it is. Like when you go back and people are saying, you know, stars should be in the dunk contest. When you really look back at those other dunk contests, those people that we call stars are stars now. But back when they were doing it, they might have been 2 years, 3 years in. where they got a little resume, but we don't really know who they gonna be yet. You know what I mean? So
honestly, dog, when Vince Carter took his whole entire arm and stuck it in the rim, that should have been the end of every dunk contest that had to do with any NBA.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when Vince Carter did this, and this was the rim, and he stuck his whole arm in that hole, that should have been the end of anybody in the NBA doing an NBA dunk contest. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Because how can you how can you top that without doing 5 somersaults, full twist, turning around under the leg, spinning around 360, and sticking your elbow in the rim?
The street dunkers. People on the street.
Like that's
instead of an NBA dunk contest, it just should be dunk
just
contest.
a simple dunk contest. You bring these people in from the street, these niggas who don't care, and not even that they don't care. 9 times out of 10, they jump higher than anybody who's in the NBA.
Right? Yeah, they're pro dunkers.
Like literally, and they're doing tricks that are just astronomical in all type of aspects. You know why? Because they don't have to work on the jump shot. They don't have to work on the free throw.
They don't dunk every day. Wake up, dunk. Go to sleep, dunk.
That's it.
Pull up, dunk. Headshot, dunk.
Right. But that's what I agree with. Like, I agree with us having those street dunkers come in and just doing that. I agree with that. If it's going to be a consistent of having non-star players coming doing dunks, that's not impressive anymore. Cause like you say, Vince Carter, shut it down. Then we had the Zach LaVine and the Eric Gordon dunk off, and that just shut it down. So it's like, if we're not gonna, I'll even put Blake Griffin jumping over the keel as in shutting it down and stuff like that. I actually
didn't like that dunk.
I
don't think I'm the only one.
Jumped over Kia. What you mean you ain't like?
He jumped. It's because when I saw somebody do a between the leg over a convertible. So when I saw him jump over the hood,
who was the person who did it?
It was a street dunker.
Oh, okay.
It was a street dunker. Okay. He jumped over a convertible. So when I seen him jump over the hood of a car, I was like, I'm not sure what that, jumping over stuff is, but
there's somebody out there in this world who could jump over an Escalade between the legs and dunk the ball.
It's probably somebody out there that could do it.
They ain't gotta worry about no jump shot. They ain't gotta worry about no free throw. They ain't gotta worry about no.
I'm just saying, because he did it, because when he caught it and he did like a 2-hand dunk, it kind of fell short of what I was thinking. Like if he would have windmilled it, I'd be all bored, But it's like he caught it and just like did it. So it was like, I'm not a.
But like you say, but look what you did. You saw something that was better. So now you're seeing that it's like.
No, but I'm saying if he would have windmilled it, because I think he jumped high enough to do a little something with it, but it was just like a 2-hand dunk at the end.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying you saw something. You saw someone
dunk is tougher than a 1-hand dunk group.
No, right? I'm saying windmill though. Not just catching it. I'm saying like catch it and then windmill, like while jumping over. Yeah, not like just catching it with one. But when he just caught it and did it, I was like, okay.
But like
I can't jump over the hood of a car. But
you saw something similar. You saw something similar and better. So you seeing this, he would have to do this, even though he'll do the same thing. He'll have to do something that tops that dunk animation type stuff. That's what I'm getting at. Like.
What I'm saying, because I did see that, I thought like, of course, I'm not expecting him to jump over a full car while he got to play in a couple days after this. No, but jumping over the hood is a little bit lower.
Right.
Windmill it, you got me. But it the dunk at the end kind of, it was like whatever. But when we go to this dunk contest stuff, like I think that also with the contestants, they're not. I think the answers that I'd be looking for when they ask them, what you have prepared and whatever, the answers that I'd be looking for is like, yeah, I've been practicing, blah blah blah. They don't ever say that. They say, I'm gonna just get out there and do what I can and try to get the crowd involved. That means they ain't got nothing prepared for real. So when they go out there and they miss the dunk 30 times, or when they actually dunk it, they don't got no emotion afterwards. They ain't really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So to be honest, they can continue the dunk contest, but they need to add that one-on-one that everybody been talking about. Get all the superstars that want to do the one-on-one and do like a little tournament with some of the best one-on-one players. I will watch that. That'll be amazing. Watching some of these people do like they call it a 3 dribble, like gauntlet one-on-one or something. I will watch that. I don't know who will come out on top. Probably James Harden, but one-on-one. Listen, man, I would love to see that. Now the street dunkers, maybe they should call the street dunkers to come in and give them ideas or tips or something.
No, we'll say
no.
No,
just let the street dunkers do it.
Yeah, let us do it. Let the street dunkers do it. That I feel like it's more exciting, and then let the players, you know, because I mean, at the end of the day, the greatest All-Star event was the actual All-Star game when LeBron had the game winner, Steph Curry went crazy and stuff like that. Even John Morant doing, you know, amazing dunks in that game and stuff. So I feel like, you know, keep the dunk contest where it's at. The 3-point, I mean, the 3-point gonna be the 3-point regardless. It doesn't matter. The celebrity
better people for the 3-point contest.
You did. This year's 3-point contest wasn't even no 3-point shooters in it for real.
Yeah,
but that go and I feel like this 3-point contest goes to show you how much the game just crazily changed. We just had a big man
really
to win. We had a big man to win a 3-point contest. This game just freaking changed.
It wasn't even a 3-point shooter in the thing though.
Shoot threes weren't in it.
It wasn't no 3-point shooters in it, bro. Like
that's what he won.
They had Trae Young in there. Trae Young he can hit those threes, but he got to be hot for him to really hit. Desmond Bain is from Memphis. Not a lot of people know him, but he's a knockdown shooter. But I think he's a catching shooter. They had CJ McCollum. You're not a 3-point shooter, bro.
Right.
You can score. Don't get me wrong. You can score, but you ain't a 3-point shooter, bro. They had Zach LaVine. He was in the wrong contest. We know what he should have been. We in the wrong contest, but he can shoot. Yes, you can shoot threes, but you're not a 3-point shooter. Exactly. So that's how I felt like that, and then that's why Karl Anthony Towns came up on top.
But like I say, it's like we
got a set shot and everything.
I'll say all the players, like it's becoming to the All-Star games where we know all the players that should be in this certain category are not doing it. We already know that it will be a great 3-point contest if Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield, Joe
Harris.
Joe Harris, you know,
said like, Duncan Robinson. He's 3-point
Duncan Robinson. Maybe Tyler Hero. Maybe him every now and then.
Not Tyler Hero. I'm not taking Tyler. Tyler get bounced first 3-point contest round. He out of there.
I will put him over.
But Duncan Robinson.
Duncan will. I see Duncan. Duncan can heat up.
Have the 3-point record when he retires, and people don't understand.
That is a hot take right there.
People don't understand that.
That's a hot take.
He's the fastest to reach every landmark of a 3-point right now so far.
That's a hot take. Boom, 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 boom. Hot take. Say it again, Benya.
Duncan Robinson will be the best 3-point shooter when he retires.
There you have it. You heard him. You heard what he just said. Hopefully, when that happens, I can remember that this video is out and I can pull up a clip.
No, it's real. He's literally been the fastest to 300 threes, to 400 threes, to 500 threes, to 7, literally the fastest to reach it out of even out of Steph Curry. Like he reached 700 threes in less games and less shot attempts before Steph Curry.
Okay.
So we'll see how this goes, but as of right now, he's literally ahead of the game of everybody who's played this game.
I think where Steph has the upper hand, he still got some years to go. You know what I'm saying?
No. I get that in the aspect, but we have to remember, Duncan is younger than him.
Mm-hmm.
So when Steph Curry retires, Duncan is still going to have years behind him. And Duncan is already just a 3-point shooter. So imagine when he gets to a point where he's older, like where Miller was, where Ray Allen was, where they're not driving the ball anymore at all. Literally, when you pass on the ball, it's literally to shoot a 3. And that's all it is.
True.
So, like, literally, as of right now, as far as 3-point percentage, as far as 3-point shots, as far as 3-point makes, Duncan Robinson is ahead of everybody in the NBA who has ever played. Right now, who has ever played. Do I ever see him making 200 threes in a season? No.
But he just gonna have to just have his consistent.
But he's going to
the
always
whole
be
time.
consistent to the point where he's consistently ahead of everybody.
Okay.
Unless Steph Curry just decides I'm going to shoot 400 threes in this one season, and I'm going to make 395 of them. Yeah. That's going to be the only way.
Yeah. I don't know. Is anything when it comes to 3-point, if Steph Curry got his name on it, he might could do it.
Yeah.
I would not put it, but that's a good take though. That's a good take though. That's a good take though.
I like it.
And I watched Steph Curry. I actually sat down and watched his what do you call it? Like his
routine
warm up. Yeah, his warm up routine. And he does that on a daily, like not even before the game. This is what he does daily. He just goes out there and he shoots from 18 feet, 20 feet, 25 feet, 30 feet, 35 feet, 40 feet, 40 feet, 35 feet, 30 feet.
Go back down.
And he just continuously does this to the point where when he shoots this in the game, I can't be surprised anymore because, dog, you done shot that ball 100 times
before the game even started. Before it even started. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would be a great feat for Duncan Robinson, man, if he was to actually not only catch him and pass him.
He has to stay consistent. We'll see how it goes. If he stays with the Heat, I know he can stay consistent with it, but he has to stay with the Heat. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. But so we all on one accord with how the dunk contest should be. We think that they should get some street dunkers to come in, possibly get it, get a whole pool of them, and we can possibly watch up until the dunk contest happens.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be a nice. You can have like a whole TV
30,
show.
Yeah, you start off with 30, and then it drops down to 15. You get it down to 8.
Then 4 for the dunk contest.
4. That's going,
for the dunk contest, and they come in. Yeah, that'll be something, because that way, at least we know that everybody in the crowd is about to see something that we've never seen on the stage like this. Instead of just typing in YouTube and watching it on YouTube, we get to actually see it on a big stage during, so yeah, that might happen. And I still think they need to add that 1-on-1, 1v1 little gauntlet tournament with some of the best players in the league. And I think some of the best players in the league will actually do that. 1-on-1, 3 dribble, and shoot your thing, whatever. But so I think that's what they need to do. Now,
that's different.
Moving on to, like, if you ever seen, if you could type it in on YouTube, like Team USA do 1-on-1s, you have to watch that. They be going at each other, and it's like some of the
I seen that when
and
like I think it was Victor Oladipo and KD went at it.
You'll see some people you don't even think could like post people up or post fade on them, and they'll do it. You be like, wait, you don't be doing that. Where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? So,
hey y'all,
what up?
Victor Oladipo off the injury list.
Oh, by the way, we're about to transition into your Miami Heat real quick before we get up out of here. Oh, scary hours.
Victor Oladipo. Scary hours off the injury list, boy.
transitioning over to the Miami Heat because Benya believes it's about to get ugly. Victor Oladipo's coming back. The team is looking good. They did just do that little loss to Milwaukee, but they still a good team.
Hey,
Benya,
Drew Holiday,
how
boy,
do you feel about?
I don't like Drew Holiday, boy. I don't like that boy at all, boy. I don't like Drew Holiday.
Give your thoughts on your Miami Heat for this year before we get up out of here, man.
If anybody's gonna beat us, it's going to be the 76ers. Talk about James Harden.
We do that in a bonus episode.
It's going to be a healthy 76ers if anybody beats us to go to the finals. The Nets not going to do it. The Bucks not going to do it. The Hawks not going to do it. The Celtics not going to do it. If anybody beats us, it's going to be.
What about the Cavs?
The 76ers. A healthy 76ers team will beat us.
Okay.
Not even a might. I will
like you're gonna give it to the 76ers.
A healthy 76ers team with what they just
big coming from Benya. That is big coming from Benya.
They will, a healthy 76ers team will beat us. And I only say that because I know who's coaching them. And that's the only reason why I give them
Doc Rivers. Wait, is Doc Rivers coaching? Yeah, Doc Rivers coaching them.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I give them that, because not only is it a good team, you have an amazing coach under you. And I feel like that coach can do just enough to outcoach Spoelstra. Just enough to outcoach Spoelstra. But if they lose any time before that, the Heat going back to the finals, boy, we ain't beating the Suns.
But y'all gonna go?
We ain't beating the Suns.
But y'all gonna go? I'm looking at the West, bro. It's the Suns. It's Golden State, possibly.
Golden State, I feel like we have enough
to beat them.
To beat Golden State. I feel like we have. This is all healthy terms. I'm talking about everybody's able to play. Healthy terms, we have enough to beat Golden State. We have enough to beat anybody. Honestly, we have enough to beat anybody.
Everybody except for the Suns.
The Suns?
And the 76ers.
And the 76ers are the only teams I know if we have to face them 7 games.
You're not coming out of there.
We won't win.
Okay. How I see it, man, I believe, I think I'm right there with you. I mean, we really haven't seen KD as much this year, but we know when KD is there, he's going to get buckets. Jaylen Brown got hurt again, I believe. You laughed at the Cavs. Right. Chicago, but
I'm sorry. I gotta give respect to Chicago. They'll take us to 6 games, but they'll lose.
I was just about to say, y'all have been kind of handling Chicago. Chicago is like that.
They haven't beat us yet, but they'll take us to 6 games.
Yeah, so Chicago's in the mix. DeMar DeRozan is doing what he's been doing this whole time. I saw a post that was like, he's the king of the mid-range, but I'm like, y'all must ain't been seeing him when he played at his, all of a sudden y'all see it now. Like, nah, right. Bro, he been doing that. Like, I ain't trying to hear all that. You don't try to jump on that bandwagon now. Like, y'all ain't see that man do it with the Raptors. And he was doing with the Spurs too, but the Spurs just was bad. So you didn't really think about it. Now all of a sudden he got a team that's rocking with him. And
modern day Rip Hamilton.
Bro, I went to the Orlando Magic game. We ended up winning that game. I got a chance to see Jalen Suggs dunk on DeMar DeRozan. But every time DeMar DeRozan took a shot, it was 2 people in his face, and he made every last shot. I've never seen somebody do this like in life. Like, you see it on TV, it's whatever. But where I was sitting was close to the rim, and I could see facial expressions and see really how close they really was to him. He come out of his little spin, hands everywhere, nothing but the bottom of the net. And I'm like, And you can't say nothing like guard him because they was. It's like you just gotta sit there and just let him. You just gotta sit there and watch it happen. Like
right.
And it made no sense.
Guard him.
You can't say it, bro, because he gonna hit it. It don't matter. And we played them again, and they beat the hell out of us. But it's like, bro, like you can't say nothing. You just see it happen, and it's like it's a hand in his face. It's a hand in his face. It don't matter. So I shout out to the Chicago Bulls, man. So coming out of the East, like you said, 76ers. I can't count KD out just because it's KD himself. I gotta give that man his respect for that.
They ain't got enough, man.
You don't think they got enough?
They don't have enough.
I mean, we gonna whenever.
Here's my thing. KD's not LeBron James, and that's why I feel like we don't have enough.
True, that's true. I've been saying that KD is like he misses that one little like thing in him when he plays basketball. Now, of course, he can drop 50 at any given moment. He won't. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime he wants to.
But it just feels like sometimes he's missing like that one little thing. And I understand what you're saying there.
More of that, just probably that menace instinct to just, go out and just, you're KD. So it's like, I feel like he just...
Somebody got to talk trash to him. One of the media members got to be like, oh, such and such said that you ain't shit. And then he got to be like, you know who I am? I'm Kevin Durant. And then he going to go off. That's what it's going to take.
So he did that jump start. He need that jump start.
Yeah, somebody, as long as don't nobody talk to him, then you good. But as soon as somebody talk to him, it's a wrap. But so the East, Miami definitely, 76ers definitely. I do feel like the 76ers won't win the whole thing, though, for some reason. I still have to see James Harden do something in the playoffs. That's like the one thing that he does a little bit, but then he end up getting bounced.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I still have to see that for me to sell out on the 76ers.
You have to think about him playing with a healthy team, though.
That too.
And like playing with a healthy 76ers.
That too. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be when the playoffs start. It's gonna get crazy. We definitely got to see.
Listen, if he go out there and play like James Harden during the playoffs or doing when it counts and not giving the ball to who the ball needs to go to and all that type of stuff, it'll be a problem. But I mean, when I think about it, I think about him in Houston with CP3 and how everything flowed perfectly until CP3 got hurt.
Yeah. Because they was gonna be they were gonna beat the Warriors that year.
Yes. Everything flowed perfectly until CP3 got hurt. I'm talking about perfection from everybody that was playing. That James Harden was playing to perfection with CP3 on that court until he got. And I feel like when he plays with Embiid, he's going to play to perfection unless Embiid is hurt and not on that court.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. So you don't think that the Nets are going to work out with the Ben Simmons?
I don't think the Nets have any chance of beating the Heat. I don't think they have any chance of beating the 76ers. I don't even think they have any chance of beating the Bulls.
Oh, okay. I do like the Bulls, man. I really do like the Bulls. It's just I don't know. I think because they're a new put together team and none of the superstars are like top 5 superstars, that's kind of what's possibly holding me back on the Chicago Bulls. But
Spurs.
Oh, you're talking about the Spurs when Tim Duncan and stuff was there?
Come on, man. Spurs.
True. I can get.
But like you say, I feel like
I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you have to think about the Spurs, dog.
Because the Spurs did it. It was a well-oiled machine. Definitely was a well-oiled machine.
But then at the same time, we're looking at not only it was a well-oiled team, but look, they had a real veteran, high IQ coach with that. And then we got to think about with the Bulls. Yeah. We got to think about with the Bulls. I feel like the Bulls, like you say, they're a good team. It just like you say, they only have one person that went deep in the finals run. I mean, you could say, of course, we'll talk about DeRozan. You could say Caruso, but Caruso wasn't the go-to player. DeRozan was a go-to player deep in the playoff run when was in the Raptors and stuff. So you have a new team. You have a new team with experience, with trying to get this new experience, because playoffs is different. You know what I'm saying? It's a different atmosphere and stuff like that. And we've seen players that's, like you say, James Harden. We've seen players that's so great in the regular season and
flame out
when it comes to playoffs. So, like I say,
but have we seen DeRozan flame out though?
No, we've seen him go up against what people call the greatest player of all time.
That's what I'm saying. He went against
LeBron.
And honestly, he went against the second best version of LeBron to me.
Yeah, that was the 18 LeBron. The Cavs 2018 LeBron, when he led in every statistical category.
The black.
But hold on, wait. But that's the second best version, though. Now, that's
second best because he ain't play against Miami. He ain't play against Miami.
No.
He ain't play against Miami, Brian. But he played against. Wait, did he play against Miami?
You know who the greatest LeBron version is? I'll tell you right now. The greatest LeBron version is the Miami Black Mass LeBron. That was the greatest LeBron version. That's like putting LeBron with the Majin Buu M on his freaking forehead. That's the greatest LeBron.
That's the greatest LeBron.
He was so great that they banned the black mask. They banned it. They banned it. We don't want to see that LeBron no more. We already seen Miami LeBron. We don't want to see Miami black mask LeBron. So no.
No, I'm gonna be my favorite LeBron was young 07 LeBron when he took that team to the finals. I know he wasn't supposed to be there, but what he did to the Pistons, that was like, hey, y'all finna. That was the game. Like, listen, y'all gonna get tired of me. Y'all gonna see me every year, and then it took a couple years for him to get back. But once he got there, he never stopped going. That first little glimpse of like greatness was right there on that 07 LeBron when he was with the Cavs. I love that LeBron, but Miami LeBron was that evil LeBron.
Here's the thing about it. He should have stuck with that, because honestly, that would have probably gave him that little hump or jump that he needed over Jordan, because
if he would have took that championship,
Jordan took he kept going against the Pistons, losing, and finally he won. Mm-hmm. Like Bron was the same way. Them Pistons, like going against them, couldn't beat them. Finally he won. Now, if you continue that on, and you continue to do that, and you win with that team,
that would have been that would have closed the book.
Yeah,
I think that would have closed the book because that would have been the first glimpse, and he snuck a ring, and then the 10 straight finals after that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like you say, it was honestly, that would have been that would have
changed everything. That would have changed everything.
You say, that's right, because that was a real copy and paste journey of Mike to go through the Pistons, a heavy hitting Pistons, and then got to go to a heavy hitting Lakers finals. Yeah. So I mean, that would Mike, he had to go against that Magic crazy Lake Show type, and then with LeBron you had to go through, because I mean, think about when
he went through the Spurs.
Went through the Spurs. Well,
Bron
later on. That was later on.
Bron played the Spurs in 07.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was talking about Jordan though.
Jordan played the 91 Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? Yeah, 91 Lakers.
Yeah, so he went through the Spurs, but like you say, later on with what
he played the Lakers. Yeah,
but 5 more years he would have went through that heavy Lakers team and stuff like that. So I mean, like, it would have been. But I feel like even this journey he have now, was great. We saw the.
It's gonna be a good story when they do the documentary.
I appreciate the evil Miami LeBron. I appreciate him going back home and being a very We saw the high IQ. We were introduced to the high IQ leadership of LeBron in Cleveland, and we and now
3 more rings right now if he would have stayed with the Heat.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I think if if Chris Paul doesn't get hurt, they beat the Warriors, LeBron beats the Rockets. I told Ben that before.
Yeah.
LeBron beats the Rockets. I also told Ben that LeBron should lose to the Celtics because they're not going to beat the Warriors 1 year, because we're going to hear at that time it was 3-6. I was like, all we're going to hear is 3-6. And then next thing you know, he got to the finals regardless, because that's what LeBron do. Right. And then they lost, and then that's all I heard, 3-6. So KD, if KD don't go, what?
Okay, here's the thing about the Warriors. First year they won was a depleted Cavaliers team.
That's true.
Right?
Yep.
That's true.
Second year they won, Zaza purposely stepped on Kawhi. And took Kawhi Leonard out the game when they were up 24 points. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody. Kawhi Leonard was going to beat that team with Steph Curry, KD, and Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Kawhi Leonard was going to beat that team by himself because they had no answer for him. They had absolutely no answer for him until Zaza stepped on his ankle. So here's my thing. People always talking about they could have made adjustments. I get all that adjustment crap, but here's the thing. They were up 24 points halfway through the third quarter. Golden State won that game as soon as
Kawhi went down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that, man. I was saying
so they're not winning that one. And guess what? Their third championship, CP3 went down.
Yep.
So you're talking about 3 championships with 3 major injuries.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which caused them to make it to the finals in order to win. Actually, no, the first one, they made it to the finals without any injuries, but then they beat a team that was injured. But the next two, the only reason you were there is because there were major injuries that helped y'all make it to the finals. Now, when y'all made it to the finals, no, there was nobody in the East that were going to beat y'all.
No,
that's
it wasn't.
True. That's true.
It wasn't.
But y'all were not supposed to beat Kawhi Leonard and his Spurs if he was healthy, and y'all was not supposed to beat Houston Rockets with CP3 and James Harden on the court together. Y'all weren't supposed to. Plain and simple.
That's true.
KD should not have a ring if people were healthy. Plain and simple. And that's how I feel about the situation.
That's I rock with it. I rock with it.
I can understand that.
I like the story leading up to people's finals. I like really digging in, because sometimes they just do the surface. Oh, he won 4 championships. They just do the surface. They don't never like indulge. Yeah. Oh, he lost 3 championships over here, but you don't really see like, okay, this person or this person. You'll never see that. So I like hearing like the story of it. So we could be talking about LeBron actually having 6 or some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man.
I feel like
only one LeBron was the first year when he played against Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks.
The Mavs, yeah.
And honestly, the way you broke it down,
no. Like, and then 2014, because the Spurs was not losing that year. I'm sorry.
Listen, they wasn't missing. They shot what, like 90% from the 3-point line. It was something crazy. Like, who does that?
Being twice. I say he had no excuse. He had no excuse with Dallas, and he also had no excuse with Orlando Magic.
Oh, you think he should have went to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, he should have beat that and met Kobe in that.
But he would have just lost to Kobe.
Still, I feel like that was.
Wait. You talking about when Dwight?
When he was with the yeah. When Dwight when we went in
No, man.
Listen. He didn't listen. I could tell you about that Orlando Magic team. That was the inside-outside game that we haven't seen in a very long time. The ball went through Dwight and it kicked it to Rashard Lewis, to Jameer Nelson. Yeah, all those 3-point shooters. It wasn't. We had too many shooters, so I don't. He wasn't gonna beat them. He wasn't gonna beat them.
I give you the other one, but he ain't have enough for that.
He wasn't gonna beat Orlando, man. He wasn't gonna beat Orlando. That team was that was a great team. We haven't seen a team like that in a while. I wish we could somehow do that now, but it won't happen.
Now that 2011 against the Mavericks, if LeBron would have played how LeBron was supposed to play, Dirk Nowitzki would not have a championship. The Heat would have went on the three-peat. LeBron James would have possibly stayed, but it was just like all of that factored into a lot. Like LeBron, he did not. He had 8 points in one game. 8 points in an entire game.
He wasn't himself at all.
Right.
I don't know.
Wade had 32 points. LeBron James had 8 points. Mind you, when we brought you over, Dwayne Wade said openly and clearly to the media, the best player on the team is LeBron James. Yeah, I've been here my whole career, but the best player who's playing with this team right now is LeBron James. And I'm going to take a back seat to the best player who's on the team. Player.
Yeah.
Which is why AI will never be Dwayne Wade.
My goodness. Okay. And that has been another episode of Flight Team Sports. I am TJ the Artist.
I want to make my bold prediction. I want to make this.
What's your bold prediction?
So this certain team have a coach that they did not fire yet, even in the offseason. They had a bad record, but their record was their stats was up there because they had the most comeback percentage of the season. They their defensive rating kind of went up at the end, especially when they beat a playoff number 1 seed team. I'm talking about the Detroit Lions. Their stats.
All right, and we are gone, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm saying
I have been Tillman. I don't even say. Listen, I am TJ the Artist. That is Benya, and that is Cashew. This has been another episode of Flight Team Sports. This man said Detroit Lions. I'm not okay.